Robert Earl Phillips III. My son was charged with robbery first. Y'all have to kind of excuse me because I get kind of sensitive behind this.
That's all right. That's all right.
He was railroaded, wrongfully convicted. We're not from Alabama, period. I was born and raised, he was born and raised in Miami, Florida. I sent him to Alabama to spend time with his dad, his granddad, and he picked up the charge a week after he was here. Didn't hurt nobody, didn't point a gun at nobody, didn't rob nobody, didn't take nothing. But by means, the guy worked at the park. He was a county worker. See my son come to the park. My son had a gun from his granddad's house. The gun was on his waist side. He said his pants was a little too baggy, so as he jumped up on the stoop at the park, the gun fell. It scared the guy, so the guy begins to just toss his stuff out his pocket. Eventually he walked away and told the guy, "You don't have a effing thing, I want it," and walked away. The guy called the police and said my son robbed him. My son right now is doing 70 years. He was denied his juvenile rights. Every time I came up to come to court, I was told he didn't have court. Every time the court told me, "Oh, he got court this day," I come up from Miami, driving, leaving work, coming up this way to come to court to be by his side. He don't have court. As soon as I get back home, he have court. So basically, I guess they just didn't want me to be in the courtroom at the time of what was going on. My son wrote me and said, "Mom, they trying to kill me. I mean, they put me in this, they had him like in a, I don't know, in a box, jail, in a single man cell, and they stuffed his door and sprayed gas up under the door." That's in Gordon, Alabama, at the jailhouse. They stuffed gas under the door. He suffocated in there. The victim, he found out later on that the victim itself worked inside the jailhouse. He called me, he said, "Mom, guess what? He's here." I called, by means I worked in the jail system down in Miami. I know that I couldn't be in the jailhouse with my son as a juvenile was getting in trouble. I couldn't come to work. I had to be removed, or he had to be removed. So I took it upon myself and called Mr. Jack, which was his public defender at the time, and advised him that the man was working at the jailhouse. He directed me and told me he has to do a job. There's nothing I can do about that. So my son picked up an extra 5 years for a